to maintain the like success, let's say like Amish and Mennonite kind of get thrown around like the same around here sometimes. But if you don't have any rules, then it kind of crumbles. So you have to keep some things, but I think like a lot of our generation has decided that we don't want to be super like deep into it. So they got to loosen up on the rules a little bit or they'll have nothing.
Yeah.
Like, where's the line?
Because society is changing and often for the good and for just necessity. And so I think our perception of God changes because of that.
100%.
Yeah.
And do people, I mean, do people say like that y'all have like lost your way? Everybody supports you from the hometown, right?
Well, I mean, there's some comments like never change, never ever change. And sometimes we take that as to mean how they perceive us as changing. When we might not have like a change of heart. We're just maybe exploring something new. That can be perceived as a terrible, terrible change.
Forgetting where we came from.
Yeah, you hear some of that sometimes. Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
You do. Yeah.
Don't forget where you came from, John.
You're like, okay. You're like, well, Pettisville, you have one gas station, so don't get too cocky.
But it's true. We love where we came from and we love where we're going.
So do I. Yeah. And you're like, well, and that is what I feel like that's what makes y'all, that's why y'all are here. Not here in the studio, but that's why y'all exist, because you do have this. So you're not just three people that can sing. Everybody can sing. Not everybody can sing, but you do have this story, so you want to be respectful to it.
Totally.
But also be your own people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Really grateful for where we're at now. And it's crazy that we're where we're at now. But then, feeling like we have so much more to give and so much more to explore.
It was strict growing up. A lot of rules. Yeah.
Very black
Pretty
and white.
thick bubble.
In there. That's what, because we didn't want to go to school because we didn't want to learn about like evolution, or my parents didn't want to. And did you guys, were the other denominations of Christians, was you kind of different from that?
I think it was less to do with church and more to do with my mom just seeing us as like 5 and 6 year olds, and she's like, I don't want them to sit at a desk all day. And there's so much learning that can happen just outside and
creative play,
walks through the woods.
Well, look at it. She was right. Because you started playing music.
Definitely onto something.
That's what.
Yeah.
But you go to public school, you got to go to the homeroom and you got to do all this. And you're like, we're never going to learn any of this.
I was ready to go to public school though, because I wanted to have friends.
That's so disrespectful to our community, Becca. No. But then, did you were like, you didn't think that you were not going to be accepted, or no?
Well, the boys had gone before me.
Okay.
And Josh took off his shoes at recess and got in trouble, had to stand by the brick wall.
Oh, and in the public school?
Yeah, in public school.
First day.
Because you don't wear shoes in homeschool, or what?
No.
Well, like when you go outside, it's like a chance to take off your shoes.
Go barefoot.
On the farm.
Yeah.
So you went to school and took off your shoes.
Yeah.
And you got in trouble for that?
And well, I mean, John, they were Crocs too. Like my mom let me wear Crocs to public school first day. Come on.
It's not, there's no dress code there.
Yeah.
But your mom was she homeschooled?
No.
So she knew about school.
She knew better.
Yeah.
She knew better. I love you, Mom.
And she sent you out there, and then you came back and told them.
Yeah, so I could kind of
it's
see
a brave new world out there.
Yeah.
What they were going through, and
don't do this.
I think I kind of
okay.
Did they have girlfriends or no?
I wanted them to.
They didn't.
I would study their class picture and
She created stories.
Oh,
chill.
In-depth stories of all of us.
I can still read the future from 5th grade.
Oh yeah, it's the future that didn't happen.
The future that did not happen.
Yeah.
And will not happen.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. So then there's so many, I've always said that you talk about we keep going back to the submersible, but all the things that are going on in the world, but through that. So they would always say, write jokes that only you could tell.
Yeah.
So if you're like, dude, I grew up, I was working at Chick-fil-A and my dad was a pastor and I was one of 8 kids. You're like, another comic can't do that.
Yeah.
He's like, that's his. That's John. You're doing, even if it's not the joke, you're like, that's John Crist's area.
Yeah.
So what songs can you guys write, or what can you guys be as a band that no one else can be?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because we want to be the best Girl Named Tom possible. We can't be the best band in the world, but we can be the best Girl Named Tom in the world. And that's how we would do it. Mm-hmm. And we just write from our own experiences. And so, this theme that we were talking about before about changing, with everyone telling us that we can't change or that they don't want us to change, that shows up in a lot of our music. Yeah. And also wanting to grab things as they're flashing by, but everything's happening so fast that it's going to disappear. And we just have to be at peace with that too.
That everybody that you don't, I mean, look at, what is that, Alex, that Drake album that was like a EDM that he put out like a year ago?
Yeah.
That it was just like, what was it? Honestly, never mind. Yeah. And you were like, it's a quote miss.
Yeah.
But if you were in the label or something, you're like, that was, but you're like, not as an artist, like you have to like do that to go to the next one.
Yeah.
You have to. And you're like, oh, if you tried a song that featured somebody that didn't work, it quote didn't work. I never think as an artist, nothing doesn't work.
Right.
It just maybe not accepted by them, but you're like, you can't be doing the jokes that I was doing 10 years ago. I can't be
doing the same.
No, dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
Right.
If you did stay the same, you will die.
Yep. Yeah. So that's another part of our challenge is to like move past the voice.
Yeah.
We don't
bad. And I was like, can we talk about it again?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's good. It's good. And it's always going to be a part of our story.
Yeah, sure.
But, the next step is to be like, okay, how can we separate the voice from people's minds as the only thing that represents the three of us?
Yeah.
And obviously we have to have new music out for that to be possible. Yeah.
Well, there's probably a lot of those artists and a lot of the singing competition shows specifically that are just from that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That you go, oh, they kind of like, I wouldn't consider like Kelly, like someone from America. I mean, that's where you know her from, but then look at
everything else.
She's like, somehow she tried to start hosting.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
And it was probably rocky.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was.
Absolutely.
But now look at her.
She's crushing it.
Yeah. The reason Josh and I didn't want to do this voice thing as much is because we believed in the grassroots thing that we were doing.
Oh yeah, you want to be anti.
Yeah, we want to be anti.
But also turned us down.
Those fans that would find us in the grassroots would never leave us, and they still won't. And so now, post voice, we have to a little bit go back to that mindset and be like, all right, let's start at that level again.
That
like,
you were.
Let's not imagine we're
everybody.
superstars.
Yeah.
Like let's get back down there and be like, we got to gather these people up again and fall in love with who we are now.
I mean, sure, it was a little weird, but on the net, it was a positive. It was a positive. You cannot be serious. On the net, it's a positive.